What's up, guys? Let me know if everybody can hear me and everybody can see me. All right, we have one person in the chat. Hopefully today nothing will glitch or anything, but I'm going to be so real with you guys. I'm having a streak of bad luck today. So hopefully nothing happens. If you guys are watching this in present time, please go ahead and skip it 8 minutes from now and the live will be started. As you guys can see, I'm back recording on my laptop because my phone is done. Like, my phone is fucking done. And I woke up this morning and my phone was fine, but I noticed I couldn't get inside of any apps, and like I couldn't do much other than get on what's it called? Safari. So I restarted my phone. So when I restarted my phone and it went to the Apple screen, and then it went to your update has been completed. Now, you guys know me. I'm not one for technology. Like, once I have something, I don't really care to keep updating it. Like, I have this iPad. I've had this iPad for like 5 years now. Like, once I have one thing, I'm Gucci. Like, and I purposefully don't update my phone because I know that fucking what's it called? Apple is slick. And as soon as you update your phone, you're fucked. So I purposefully don't update my phone. So what did I do with my vape? Because I'm irritated. Is my vape back here? You know what? Fuck it. I don't need it. But anyway, so I'm like, I never updated my phone. I turned automatic updates off because I don't need my phone updated. So I'm like, what the fuck happened? Because I didn't do that. So I'm like, you know what? It says custom update. I'm like, okay, fine. We can update the phone then. I don't give a fuck. So then I click on it, click the confirm update button or whatever it said. I really don't remember what it said. I think it just said continue. So I click continue and it just froze at like a continue screen. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to restart the phone again. I don't know if that was my mistake or what, but I restarted the phone again. And now my phone is just stuck on the Apple home screen. Like, it's just all white with the Apple thing and it's just stuck. So I don't have a phone now. And that's usually what I would record these on, so the quality could be a little bit better. But yeah, right now I don't have a fucking phone. I have to read the Tribetea off of my iPad that I have not used. Oh, and that's another string of bad luck. I haven't used this iPad since I was like 19 years old, when I let my old roommate Libra use it as a cell phone because her phone was cut off. And that was the last time this iPad was ever used. So I get on this iPad, plug it in, right? And I notice I have the Facebook app. I've been locked out of my Facebook for fucking 5 years. So I go into the Facebook app and it finally has my email. So I'm like, oh my God, yeah. And yes, you can use an iPad as a phone if you sync your iCloud and you get on Wi-Fi. You could FaceTime, text, all that stuff. So that's what I'm using right now, unfortunately. So, and as you can see, my character traits are very, let me make sure she doesn't have her real name. Okay. You know, my shit stay broke. It's been broke for a long time. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, I do not care for technology. If it ain't physically broke, then I don't need to fix it. Unfortunately, now I actually have to go to the Apple store tomorrow and fix my iPhone. But before, I don't give a fuck about cracks or none of that. So, but anyway, so I fucking go onto the Facebook app because I'm like, all right, I have been locked out of my Facebook for a long time, and I have the email already in here. So I'm like, oh my God, let me get on my Facebook. I fucking forgot my shit, right? So I get on there and I check my wall because that's the thing that I've been the most paranoid about, because the last time, like, I know nobody uses Facebook. Trust me, I know nobody uses Facebook, but you know who does use Facebook? My fucking grandma. And I was like, let me make sure good sis did not put no embarrassing shit on my wall. Because I have been asking Daniel for the longest, because Daniel still uses Facebook. And I'm like, make sure that Sharon ain't putting nothing on my wall. And he kept assuring me, oh, yeah, no, she doesn't put nothing on there. No, 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 no. Why do I get on there and she posted all these ugly ass pictures of me? Not just ugly pictures, but like pictures of me from middle school looking an ugly ass mess. And then she posted pictures of me from when I was overweight. I'm looking fat as fuck. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? She's taking pictures of me from me, like she's taking off guards of me and posting it on my wall. And then I got petty ass people from my high school commenting on it like, damn, are you pregnant? Do you have blah, blah, blah. I'm pissed. I am pissed. I am pissed. And the shitty thing is that my grandma genuinely thinks I look good in these pictures. I'm like, bruh. And you know what else pisses me off? My family ain't shit. Because in some of the pictures, I'm looking a hot ass mess and my family's looking a hot ass mess, right? They had the nerve to untag themselves from the pictures, but they don't feel the need to hit me up and let me know, oh, Naja, by the way, you up here looking crazy. You might want to untag the picture. Like, y'all are flawed. All of y'all are flawed as fuck for that. Like, bruh. So I'm mad. And then another streak of bad luck I had is when I tried to log into the texting area of this iPad. Apparently, I have a different iCloud. I get in this iCloud, I'm still texting people I haven't spoke to in fucking 5 years. I got fucking Leo in this bitch, fucking Pisces, Libra, my ex. Like, I'm like, oh, no child, this ain't my iCloud. I don't even talk to these people. So I'm over here trying to get into my fucking iCloud. Girl, no, Anna, that's exactly what I was about to do. I'm like, you know what? I'm just about to clean through these photos. I hid everything off my timeline. Then I got some random, like, local wannabe rappers posting on my timeline that know I do YouTube, posting on my timeline talking about new YouTube video out and then posting their YouTube videos. I'm like, Daniel, what the fuck? Like, you were supposed to tell me if shit was going on my fucking shit. Like, what the fuck? You know what? Where's my water? Everybody fired. Okay, I do need to find my vape though. So give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna be right back. Don't go nowhere. Okay, I'm back. Y'all, my phone is still on the white screen. Like, my phone is still fucked. It's still fucked. Like, okay, let's start the live because these spirits, oh my God. Happy holidays. Stop trying to make me laugh, bruh. Okay, let me hit my vape and then I'm going to woosah. I already have a story pulled up. I kind of like the way that the iPad does the emails a little bit better. I know you guys can't even see, but wow. I'm gonna need a drink after this. All right, what is up, everybody that fast forwarded and did not endure my rants about my day? I am going to drop a video on this wig sometime this week for the person that asked in the chat. This is basically a Tribe Tea segment. That is when you guys send me in your stories. We laugh, we kiki, we give advice, we have a good time. If any of you guys are watching this in present time and you want to see what's going on with the chat, all you have to do is click the live chat button and you'll be seeing what everybody got to say, I guess. Shout out to all my moderators out there because, you know, I don't really have much control of the chat. I catch it every once in a while though, but yeah, I'm just going to hop right into it. Somebody asked, is this wig synthetic? No, it's not synthetic. It is human hair. But anyway, this one is called My Friend Done Turned Conservative. Let me know when you guys are ready to hear this one. My poor little iPad is not equipped for this. My poor little iPad is not equipped. My iPad is actually an iPad mini. It's not that big. Here is a bottle of small hand sanitizer for comparison, I guess. But I have an iPad mini. It's not that big. I wish I had that big ass iPad though, but no, I don't. Okay, let me just get into it. Enough about the damn elephant in the room, the iPad. Anyway, so yeah, my hands are little. I'm sorry. Okay, y'all go stop firing me up. Okay, damn. All right. She says, hey Naja, let me start off by saying I get ready to your videos every day and you always make me laugh. And I think you're one of the realest on YouTube. Well, thank you, sis. I really do appreciate you. Okay. So I have quite a few stories I could send in that are way more interesting and crazy than this one, but I need your advice, so I'm sending this email first. So I have a friend and we will call her Jen. We have been friends for a few years, but we didn't get close until about a year ago. Now, for the most part, she has always been a good friend. We had always shared similar opinions and got along well. She has a record of having very rocky relationships, but she always claimed it was never her fault. Honestly, y'all, what I have learned in life is usually when the people that are always like, oh, everybody always has a problem with me. Oh, everybody always does me dirty. Everybody blah, blah, blah. Most of the time, they're the problem. Like, if they can never wholeheartedly admit, like, in certain situations they were at fault and they were wrong, most of the time, it's them. It's them. Or when they be like, oh, everybody is always so toxic to me. Oh, my God, I'm such a good person. I don't know why everybody beefs with me. Like, it's most likely them. Okay? Because if you was minding your business, nothing would have happened. And sometimes, you know, humans fuck up. But when you fuck up, I'm going to need you to take accountability for your fuck ups, okay? All right. These past couple months, however, she's been difficult. She always has something negative to say about what I'm doing, and she'll say these rude things and play it off as a joke. She always gets upset over things that, in my opinion, are childish. If I don't reply to her right away, or if I hang out with her other people, she'll just assume I'm upset with her and in return gets upset with me. Maybe she likes you. Like, what? Here's the kicker, though. She's always been an extremely open-minded person, and then all of a sudden she becomes a conservative. She is now completely against abortion and sees it as murder. She is pro-guns, and she is extremely patriotic. She sees any type of protest against the flag or our country as disgusting. She sees it as disrespectful towards the military and our country. She also became extremely religious and therefore now has the same values and opinions as her church shares. The only thing she isn't conservative about is LGBTQ community. She supports them 100% because she has family and friends a part of the community. Being conservative all of a sudden wouldn't be an issue for me. However, she feels the need to let everyone know her opinions all the damn time. She's always posting stuff about anti-abortion or how guns are her right. She'll post up random. It's so funny to me how, like, the majority of people who be like, oh, it's our right to do XYZ that are like really passionate about it aren't even of age to buy a fucking gun. But anyway, I'm gonna keep going. She supports them 100% because she has family, blah, 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 blah. She'll post up random military pictures or pictures of patriotic stuff. If you ever say something against what she says, she'll automatically belittle you and see it as you being ignorant. All these posts and comments she makes about these topics make me extremely uncomfortable. She has been trying to also get me to share her similar values, but I just can't change my views for a friend. I've been distracting myself from her, but I haven't cut her off completely because I know she has this odd mentality. Whenever one of her friends have cut her off or argued with her in any way, she's always quick to throw back all the things she has done for that person. She'll manipulate them and try to make them feel guilty. She'll get really paranoid and assume anyone she has stopped being friends with is talking shit or plotting against her. I don't want her to do that, but I know no matter what course of action I take, she'll just try to make me feel bad about it and be immature instead of leaving it cordial. So what should I do? And is it bad on my part for wanting to cut off a friendship over differences in opinions? Like I said, this wouldn't be a problem if she didn't constantly bring up her ideas, knowing that I have different opinions as her. Okay. Now, I usually don't talk about, like, my rule of thumb is I don't talk about politics and I don't talk about religion. Okay. But I am going to say one thing. Living in the South, in a place where the majority of people here are conservative, right? I agree with you in the sense where it's like, it's okay to have different opinions than each other. I don't know if you said that, so I'm not going to put words in my mouth, but me, I am completely fine with having different opinions than other people. I could be friends with people who are conservatives. It doesn't bother me. But what we not going to do is try to force other people's beliefs down each other's throats. Right. Exactly, Dante. Exactly. Like, the people who I'm friends with who are different than me, like political views and stuff like that, I still get along with them because they don't shove it down my throat. And I don't shove my views down their throat. And it sounds to me, even before she became super conservative, that she was already a very toxic person. And I feel like the conservative views were the icing on the cake, even though I really feel like the toxicity should have been the icing on the cake, child, because at the end of the day, and I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm desensitized to it because of where I live, like, where it's like, I'm cool with people who be riding around with guns. I'm cool with people who aren't pro-abortion because that shit doesn't bother me because shit, it's my body. You can have whatever thoughts you want to have. Like, it's just this. I'm not cool with people that be doing them extreme ass posts, and that goes for liberal people as well. Like, I just don't like that extreme political shit. Like, I just don't care for shit like that. But it's just like, I feel like the second she starts trying to like force you to view the same views that she has, it's kind of just like, okay, nah, that's not cool. But I wouldn't stop being her friend because of her views. I would be real with her and tell her the reason why you don't want to be her friend anymore is because you see how she treats other people that she's not friends with and you feel trapped. Like, be real. That's the real reason, because it seems to me like before she even went on to this like drastic flip, she was already toxic. Like, you get what I'm saying? And then I'm kind of just like, what happened to her overnight that just made her, like, you get what I'm saying? That don't make no sense to me. Let me read what y'all are saying. Denisha Cook says, nah, fuck her views too. Look, like I said, this is why I don't talk about shit like that, because at the end of the day, nobody, like, if everybody thought the same, the world would be a very boring place, whether I agree with what people are saying or not. Like, I just don't feel like, I don't know. This is why I don't like talking about shit like that. And the main people who be having all these like big views about politics and shit aren't even eligible to vote or don't vote at all. So Aviana says the actual ignorant people are the one who can't respect other people's opinions as individual. Right. It's different when it's views about people's body and views that affect laws. Oh my God, I really don't want to do this. Oh my God. Look, I feel like the majority of people that have shit to say that are extreme like that don't even vote. They don't even vote and they don't make a difference toward this country. My personal beliefs, I feel like women should have the right to do whatever the fuck they want with their body. I also feel like people should have the right to carry guns. So, and I also feel like that now in today's climate, you either have to be all the way over here or you have to be all the way over there. And if you're not all the way over here, then You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not appropriate or like politically correct for the masses of the people. Like, I am very open-minded to different types of people, but as soon as I notice that you're hurting somebody else, and as soon as I feel like I'm not going to hang out with you unless you want to believe what I believe, like how her friend is doing her, like, hey, I'm conservative now and we're cool and these are my views and you need to view things the way I need to view them, that's when I feel like it's a problem. Because it's very important to surround yourself with different types of people so you don't gridlock yourself with a certain opinion, so you can try to at least see where people are coming from. But at the same time, there's a difference between sharing opinions and forcing opinions down people's throat. So I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I really don't think that sis should be her friend. Mainly because she's trying to shove her beliefs down your throat. And she's not like, because it'd be one thing if y'all are both sharing what y'all believe in, right? But it seems to me like you're not allowed to share how you feel, but she gets to share all about how she feels, and she's trying to make you feel how she's feeling. You get what I'm saying? So that's a strike. And then she's also very toxic. That's another strike. I just feel like you need to cut her off. And to be honest, regardless of what she does when you guys aren't friends, so the fuck what? She's controlling and very manipulative. Fuck the politics. Like, you just need to leave her the fuck alone. Let me see what y'all are saying before we move on. So Zoho said, yeah, just cut her off. She seems like an overall shitty friend. Exactly. Travis said friends should be able to share their beliefs and respect each other's opinions. Exactly. I remember I had a friend once, and this isn't political, but I guess this is kind of religious. I don't know. But I had a friend once where we disagreed because her cat was dying, right? And she is Christian. She, I don't know. I don't talk to her anymore. But her cat was dying, and I was just like, oh, well, you know, she'll go to heaven or whatever. And she just looked at me crazy, and she was like, animals don't have souls. They're not going to heaven. And I'm like, bitch. I was like, damn, that's dark. Like, and I told her, I was like, you don't be looking in animals' eyes sometimes and like seeing a soul. Like, damn. And she was like, no, animals don't go to heaven. They're not humans. I'm like, okay. All right. I was like, okay. But you know what? That didn't end our friendship. I was just like, all right, this bitch kind of dark. Like, damn, Christianity's kind of dark, bitch. Damn. Yo. I don't know, but yeah, y'all are just like, damn, in the chat talking about, and right, baby gal. Like, when I was a kid, I watched that movie All Dogs Go to Heaven, but damn, I was like, shit. AI Wooden says, agree to disagree and move on. If your friend can't do that, even though she's toxic in general, leave the friendship. Right. So yeah, I think we've all just agreeing that regardless of the political views or whatever, like, this is a toxic friend and you need to move on. Period. Period. Yes, I seen All Dogs Go to Heaven 1 and 2. I have not seen 3, but I used to watch that when I was younger, when I was in Bible study, okay? But I mean, shit, some people just grow up with different views, and that's okay, you know? That's okay. So let's move on. This one is called Tribetea, long but incredibly interesting, and I really hope so. Let me know if you guys are ready. Andrea, shut up. Talk about no. Who was that? Who said that? Winchester talk about shit. I guess Bambi is just dead. Yes, Bambi is a cartoon. Okay, damn. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Okay. Hey Naja, you can call me Lilith for anonymity purposes. I've been watching your channel for a little over a year. I love how funny and real you are, and I often feel like you are one of my friends. Well, that means a lot because I view you guys as my friends too, so that's dope. Okay, she says, my best friend Honey is actually a Gemini as well. Anyway, this is kind of a roller coaster ride of a story. It's super interesting though. I wanted to share it. Also, I've already sent this in, but it was in 3 separate parts and it never got read, so I sent it again. Hopefully you've been watching this though, because if it has been read, shame on you. Okay. Freshman year, my father went to jail and my mom was working full time. I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and because my mom was working so much raising the kids became my responsibility, as well as maintaining upkeep of the house, etc. Around this time, my mom started using drugs, such as insert hardcore street drugs from the 80s here. Try not to get demonetized for once. And I was pretty much left to raise the kids on my own. I decided dropping out of school would be the best decision for my siblings because they were too young for school, and I didn't feel okay leaving them alone or with my mother for 8 hours. When my dad got out of jail, he and my mother were both using, but because there were now 2 parents, I can go back to school. The problem was I had been through this intense situation, and now I found it hard to relate to a lot of my peers. I became isolated in school I went to and developed severe social anxiety. I dropped out sophomore year and got a job. I've held down a job ever since then, working my way up in the food industry to a baker position at a popular pastry place in my city. I eventually made friends my own way through shows, raves, etc., and started smoking a lot of weed. Girl, I live in a state where it's legal and I'm a medical patient. Well, okay, that's good to hear. That's refreshing. That is so refreshing. For once, somebody done wrote in talking about, they smoking weed and you on the medical card. I commend you. I commend you, boo. But I never really used anything else until 2017. I was going through a really rough time. I had felt like I had been working my whole life for nothing and never really got to enjoy life. I'd only ever been to raves and shows that I had to spend a lot of money on, not even a real party. Then I met, this isn't his name, Atlas. Okay, so she's talking about you've never been to a real party, but you've been to raves and festivals. In my opinion, raves and festivals are way more fun than going to somebody's mama house and fucking it up at a house party. Like, what? Okay. Damn, this plane is flying low. Am I the only one, like, when a plane flies by, you're like, oh shit, please don't crash right by my house. Like, come on now. Okay, anyway. So I'd sort of known Atlas for a while. He was kind of notorious in my town for having really good LSD, traveling, and having a van that he drove around with a keg and a tank of laughing gas in it. So basically, he is the neighborhood druggie, I guess, because it's so weird how you think people like that are cool at one point, and then you're just like, what the fuck? Like, bro is riding around with, this shit wasn't plugged up this whole time. Bro is literally riding around with over 100 years of manslaughter in his fucking van. Like, I know people that used to sell like LSD and shit like that, and they would always say, like, I don't know why the government treats it like schedules the drug this way, but literally, like, LSD and mushrooms is considered a manslaughter type drug. So it's just like, bro is just riding around here like, okay, all right. Anyway, we met at a popular 24-hour cafe and chill spot downtown. He was there with a big group of people I knew, and they all invited me to come to the club with them. It would be my first time. Atlas managed to get all 10 of us on the guest list, and it was one of the best nights of my life. Afterwards, we went to an amazing after party in the middle of nowhere, and I met several people who I'm still friends with to this day. Soon we started doing that every weekend. I even cut down to working 3 days a week at the pastry place so I could party the other 4 days. Sis, you can't stop the bag to go party, sis. No. She says it was bad. I started doing other drugs like ketamine and Molly, and I would spend my whole paycheck on partying and staying with Atlas. I remember when I was in high school, I had a friend at the time, and we used to just smoke weed together. And then one day, these new kids moved into the neighborhood. They weren't kids, they were like older, but they were probably like 19, 20, 21, 22. And they got their own apartment. It was probably like 5 people in a 2-bedroom apartment in the girl's neighborhood. And she started hanging out with them. And like, I started to miss her. Me and my other friends started to miss her. So we were like, dude, where have you been? And she was like, oh, I've been hanging out with these new people. So she was like, you should meet them. They're really cool. So we go to those people's house, and they have like a big ass like tank in the center of the living room. There's no furniture, just a black light, and like a whole bunch of no offense, but a whole bunch of white people. And I'm being friendly and shit, and I noticed they're inhaling shit and stuff, and I'm just like, what the fuck is that? And then I see my friend go and inhale some shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And the other friend that I had came with tapped me on the shoulder and was like, oh, that's fucking horse tranquilizer. I'm like, oh, hell no. I was like, bitch, I am not white. Like, what am I doing here? I was like, sis, I'm about to go outside and smoke. And I walked my ass home. That was the first time I had ever said no to drugs when I was like using at the time. That was the first time I ever said no to drugs, bitch. I was like, look, I am out. Like, I am out of here. No. And I know, like, some people may think that they have like psychedelic experiences and shit like that, but like, I just, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Like, what do I look like? Like, no, I am, mm-mm. Especially when you like are in the rave scene like that, a lot of people do it, and I never was into it. Like, I was always very like weary of certain psychedelics. Like, no, like my hippie ass was treating psychedelics like a fucking spiritual experience and shit. I never really did psychedelics on some recreational shit like I used to smoke weed. So I'm like, why the fuck would I put something that's supposed to knock out fucking BoJack Horseman into my body? Like, no, like, what is going on? Let me stop, because you did say her story was long. So let me stop rambling. So she was doing ketamine and Molly. I would spend my whole paycheck on partying and stay with Atlas. At the time, we were just friends, or my friend Oceana, and I'd only go home when I had to work. Then in mid-December of 2017, Atlas told me he was leaving to Arizona for a gem and mineral show. I was shocked and sad, but that meant I'd be done with the parties and this lifestyle since my partner in crime was leaving. We were on our last hurrah, and I'd been gone for 4 days. Neither of my parents had really called to check up on me ever when I partied with Atlas. But a few days after, okay, and one of you guys was like, where's her parents? Y'all don't remember the beginning of her story where her parents are users. So they don't really care about where the fuck she's at. So unfortunately. But a few days before Atlas left, my mom called me. I expected her to ask if I was okay or where I was, but instead she asked if she could borrow money. It was the last amount of money I had, too. I told her this, and I told her to come get it. It sucks when all your parents seem to think of you is a source for cash. After I hung up the phone, I asked Atlas if I can come with him to Arizona, and that was that. I was relieved that day he dropped me off at home. I gave my mom the last $100 and packed up a suitcase, and we were prepared to go. We were leaving New Year's Eve a few days later. The day came, me and Atlas set out on the highway, but stupidly, we were doing laughing gas while driving. We were doing laughing gas while driving, and Atlas blacked out and crashed into the driver on the highway. The van was totaled, and Atlas didn't have a license. I told him switch seats with me. Sis, where's my water? Girl, look. You said you dropped out your sophomore year. So even when you dropped out, though, I don't know what state you live in, Because you did not specify. You're on your way to Arizona, so I'm guessing you're probably like in the Midwest somewhere. Sis. Or shit, you might even be in Florida. It's legal here. You can get tried as an adult. I would not have gotten that seat. Let's see. Hold on. I need to know what happens next. He goes to the back to hide the nitrous tank amongst our travel belongings. I get out to check the damage and see the whole ass tire is busted. Naja, this is it. This is the plan. A police officer finally shows up, asks if we're okay, needs medical attention, etc. I tell him we're fine. The tire popped and I'm not used to driving vehicles this large and I couldn't control it and we slid into the divider. He believed us, called the tow truck, and sent us home without even a ticket. I'm Latina, so I was very surprised. After that, when we got back to Atlas' place, he asked if I'd sleep in his room instead of the couch, and I honestly needed to be held, so I said yes. After that, shit happened. We started messing around. We did end up traveling together, but he got really weird and mean, and he wouldn't let me be on my own. But he also didn't want me to follow him around. It was a mess. Girl, how old are you at this time, and how old is Atlas? Because you're still a minor. You're just traveling the country with all these drugs. You got all the, like, bruh. You are so blessed that you did not die. You are so blessed that that cop did not check your car, especially because you wanted to be bold and slide into the driver's seat. What? Oh my God. Someone said he's messing with other girls. How could he mess with other girls? His other girl is laughing gas, ketamine, and Molly. That's his other girls because he don't got no time to be messing with other girls. Brett is on the road like with her, and he won't let her leave his side. Like, whew, okay. To make a long story short, he ended up in LA and I went home to my home state. Fast forward to today, I'm in school for massage therapy. My program is paid for in full because I got my GED at an alternative school, and I recently got hired on as a studio coordinator at a waxing place in my city. Shit's looking up. I'm proud of you, sis. Leave these losers alone. I am so fucking proud of you. I was about to be so disappointed if this did not have a turn up. Like, I am so fucking proud of you, like, for real. Like, you got your GED. All those odds were stacked up against you with your parents. Like, I am so proud of you for that. Even if this story does go left, I'm proud of you for that because that takes a lot of work. So guess what happens? Atlas texts me, girl, you better block him. You are doing too good for yourself. You better fucking block him. Like, what the fuck? Oh, block him. Atlas texts me saying he's going to be in town soon and that he has feelings for me. And that's why he treated me so badly while we were traveling. Make that make sense. I have so much feelings for you. That's why I treated you like shit. Make that make sense. Okay. He said he was scared of his own feelings. I can't with his ass. He's a Libra, by the way. Girl, Libra man, you better stay away from them. Boy, my brother is a Libra man, and I know how manipulating he can be to people. Like, he is such a sweet guy, but he can get what the fuck he wants. Like even right now, shit, my brother is faking a toothache so that he can get a free plane ticket to come down to Jacksonville on Friday. When my brother told me last week, oh yeah, I'm about to come back home. And I'm like, oh, okay, bet. Next thing you know, I get a text like 2 days ago, oh, Naja, you think you could drive up to North Carolina and pick up your brother? I'm like, no. She was like, oh, but he has a toothache and they don't got a dentist over there with the insurance. I'm just thinking in my head, like, didn't he just tell me that he was coming home and he was bragging with his roommate? Like, oh yeah, I'm about to go home, blah, 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 blah. Girl, and I ain't gonna bust his cover. They already done got him that plane ticket because Libra men are manipulative. They're very manipulative, girl. You better stay away. They know how to do that. Their type of manipulation is like the woe is me. Oh my God, I'm so hurt. Oh, me. That's their type of manipulation. Anyway, T, she said, after everything happened, we did end up talking a while ago and mended things. Basically, he got here, picked me and Oceana up and took us to a party. After that, we all went to be good friends, went to a good friend's house, and me and Atlas fell asleep on the couch. At this point, he hadn't said anything in person about his feelings for me, but he grabbed me and started holding me in a very loving, non-sexual way, just like he straight missed me. We slept and just held each other that night. The next day, we went to another friend's house, and he started acting mad weird. And then he just got up and straight left me at our friend's house and went to a party without me. I was really hurt, and I texted him saying I want my stuffed animal from his car. He said chill out, but he really hurt my feelings by not taking me with him to his party. Girl, how old are y'all now? What the fuck? Daniel, my fucking phone is broken. She's too old to be doing all this shit. She's way too old to be doing all this shit. Anyway. So, my friend takes me home after that. Atlas hit me up. Oceana and she said that Atlas had invited her out to a party, but said not to invite me because I was stressing him out. And then when I asked him about it, he basically just said, you all stress me out. I was super hurt, so I got in my feelings and basically stated that I'd never done anything but cover his ass and be a good friend to him, and that I don't understand why he was being this way with me. His response was just let me take some time to decide how I want you in my life. But it's like, bro, you just butted yourself back into her life, though. Like, what the fuck? You just butted yourself back into her life. Like, that's what I don't get. Damn, is this story gonna be over anytime soon? Because god damn. So I'm just gonna skip to this one part because she says, okay, this is it, Naja. I know I said I was done with this boy about 3 different times now, but I made a huge mistake, and now I'm tied to this man for 2 years. So I'm about to skip to that part because obviously, you know, there has been a lot of ups and downs with this boy, okay? So he got extradited to Colorado in April. So basically, bro just got locked up for whatever reason. I knew he was going to get locked up at some point, okay? And I went to see him. It was, at this time, he told me how his family and friends had completely sort of left him to fend for himself. He told me he had enough money to bond himself out in his wallet, and he'd release it to me to take to his friend to bond him out. I remember how when I had no one and wanted to die, he took me out of the state and showed me something more. I truly believe I would have lost myself to addiction and died if it had not been for that trip. Girl, y'all were doing drugs together, though. Y'all were doing drugs together. So, I mean, like, I feel like if you were to keep seeing him, even on that trip, that you would have still been an addict. Like, girl. When I finally met up with his friends, they continued to come up with excuses as to why they couldn't bail him out. I figured he had already given them money. They just needed someone to sign on the bond. And my loving ass offered to do it. Girl! Oh my God, okay. I went to a bondsman less than a week after seeing him again and signed my name on a bond that said if he fails to go to court or contact the bondsman or leaves the state, I will owe $15,000. Duh. That's why none of them wanted to sign it. That's how a bond works. That's why people be sitting. You know how, when you get on social media and people be like, oh, free my dog, JoJo. Oh, free my dog, Andre. And then you go and look up their shit and their bail is only like $150 fucking dollars. You want to know why people don't bail them out? Because they don't want to be financially responsible. They don't want to pay on that dotted line. Because as soon as your homie Andre, you think that's your homie, and then when it's time to pay back the fucking bond and he don't want to pay it back, now they're looking for you. Girl. And you Latina, bro. You don't got no cousin in jail. You know your dad went to jail, sis. Like you didn't know this. Like I had a few cousins that went to jail. Shit, my daddy done went to jail. Like, come on, sis. You don't know this, girl. Good point. Good point, Vanna. Would you ever get into debt for someone that doesn't show you respect? Get that tatted. Let me finish this up. When he got out, we spent a week together before things were back to being incredibly toxic and unpleasant. Well, who would have thought? My roommates have banned me from having him over because they don't approve of the way he treats me. I need to get over this toxic ass boy, but now we're linked by $15,000 and a contract. Girl, you better take his ass to court. The fuck? Girl, you better take his ass to court. Take his ass to court. Your roommates are real ones. They actually fucking care about you. But you need to take his ass to court. Because, no. 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 Let me see what you guys got to say. Somebody said, this is a whole lot of, right? Like, you about to ruin your credit for this man. Okay, this looks like my old apartments. I got another story, but I just had to make sure I had one ready. Someone said she is stressing me out. Right? Like, I'm like, girl, like, you need to leave him alone. You should have left him in the past, especially when he's exhibiting the same behaviors and you have changed. You don't need to be associating with people from your past that have not changed. Right. There was a lot of warning signs. Like, that's crazy. Someone said that's going to be a bitch to pay off. I know, right? Like, damn. Someone said Nitro says you should never sign shit. You don't need to be associated with this bitch ass boy. Take his ass to court because this ain't it. Right. Like, I would take his ass to court and get off of that shit. Cause you know he's gonna violate. You know he's gonna violate because he hasn't changed since you were fucking 16 years old. Like, you over here doing good for yourself, and then here he comes trying to fuck it up. Like, no. What did he do that's 15K? Honestly, he probably did something petty and drug related. But yeah, I don't know. I'm about to go on to the next one, but I highly advise you take his ass to court because he's not gonna pay that. He's not gonna pay you back at all. He's gonna keep being an asshole. So anyway, this one is called I Got Receipts for the Fuck Shit. Are y'all ready? Let me know when y'all are ready. We got 20 minutes left. Right. That is exactly why you don't let ain't shit ass people from your past come back. Okay. She says, by the way, I'm not going to say your real name, but your real name is really cute. I love the way it's spelled. Anyway, what's good, Naja? My best friend put me onto your channel, so shout out to my bitch, Lucky Charms. I haven't seen Lucky Charms in a minute. Lucky Charms, let me know if you in the chat. You can call me Layla. I'm a 20-year-old female for reference. Okay, so let me tell the tribe what's unhappened. Buckle up, it's going to be a long one. Your vape ain't going to be good enough today. Well, child, I'm already about to go and, what does Funky Dineva say? I like to watch Funky Dineva, y'all. He be saying, I'm about to go hit the bars. Like, I'm about to go hit the bars where the white cars at. I'm definitely about to go hit the bars where the white cars at when this is over because, sis, my phone broke. Like, I do need a little bit more than this vape right now, okay? I'm going through a lot this morning. But, okay, so she's in the chat. The person whose story I'm reading is in the chat. Okay. So, It was April 27th in Arizona. We have a lot of Arizona tea today. I was dropping a friend off at her apartment complex, and she was venting because she had a rough day. She's 20, by the way, and both of us are Black. There's a gate to get into the parking lot of the complex, but her building is right at the front. Excuse me. So there's no need to go inside the gate. There's a few parking spaces close to her building, so I back in there and we talk. This is the usual for us. So she's talking, and every time I see someone walk behind my car, I watch them in the mirrors until they pass because I love my whip. Girl, does she live in the hood or something? Like, why are you so concerned about, like, shit? Okay. So she's talking and I hear yelling. So I look in the mirrors. I see two white guys who came together and a white passing Hispanic guy. Damn, T. Sis. We can call the main white guy Todd. And since the tribe has a name for problematic males, the Hispanic guy is going to be named Diego. You already know the story is about to be trifling when the dude is named Diego. Diego is talking and Todd rocks. Oh, okay. So Todd hit him. Okay. Boom. Diego's on the ground. After I see Todd swing, I said, oh, nah, and moved from the space I was in to the other side of the building, 40 to 60 feet away from where we were, because homegirl still got to get in the house at some point. So Todd and his friend leave, and Diego is bleeding on the ground. My friend starts talking again, and I periodically look over to make sure Diego don't get close to my car again. Girl, why ain't you call somebody? Like, you see a man just leaking on the... Girl, your friend gotta live in the hood. Your friend gotta live in the hood, because if some shit happened like that in my Caucasian-ass neighborhood, there would be 6 cop cars here. Like, girl, you just go peek at him. Oh, I hope he okay. Like, you gotta live in the hood, sis, because back when I lived in the hood, I used to see shit like that all the time, and I used to just close the fucking blinds. Like, oh my God, okay. He gets up and starts screaming into his phone for about 10 minutes, and eventually a security guard for the complex shows up. Todd and his friend come back after a few more minutes, and Todd hits Diego again. Diego falls, gets up, gets hit again, and falls into the car next to me. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Okay, let me move again. I put my foot on the brake, and as I'm reaching to put her in drive, he gets hit again and falls directly in front of the driver's side's tire. Now I'm fucking stuck. Todd's friend drags Todd away, then comes back and starts stomping on this guy. Girl, at that part, I would have had to get up and been like, y'all need to take this away from my car. Y'all need to take this away from my car. Because you doing the most to make them not hit your car, except for saying, don't hit my fucking car. And what the fuck is the security guard doing? Because he ain't doing his fucking job. Oh my God. Out of thin air, some other Hispanic guys appear and starts punching Diego in the face while holding his phone. This random had a brand new iPhone in his hand and didn't bother to put it in his pocket. Naja, he ain't give a fuck about nothing. I double checked to make sure my doors are locked while everything is happening, because I realized the security guard ain't doing shit to stop this. Yeah, I peeped that too. I guess he don't get paid enough. Diego laying in front of my shit leaking. People driving by staring. Some people getting out their cars to try to help the guy. Meanwhile, I'm just thinking, can this security guard just move him a couple feet to the left? Because I'm really not trying to be here right now. My friend and I are just sitting there trying to wait this thing out, but the fuck shit starts. Diego's yelling at the security guard, calling him a pussy, saying he didn't do shit to help him, and trying to fight the guys that got out of the cars to try and help him. Then we hear, and I quote, y'all know I'm trying to refrain from saying this. You are a pussy ass, you know what? So my friend and I look at each other in silence. Then he says it again, and my friend looked me dead in my eyes and said, Layla, if he says it again, I'm gonna have to say something. Because she was already in a bad mood. I was trying to think of a way to tell her this wasn't the time, because this man was clearly crossfaded on alcohol and some other shit. And he obviously wants to fight because he called Todd back to the scene. But before I could get halfway through my thought, he says it again. My friend opens the door, stands up and says, hey, I know you just got jumped. Gets up, put his bloody hands on my hood. My friend gets back in the car and I relock the doors. Diego cocks his arm back and smacks all shit out my windshield and cracked it with his bare hand. I would have been recording. I would have been recording that whole thing. Like, as soon as stuff was going on, I would have had my phone out and I would have been recording. So once all that shit did happen, I would have been good. There's at least 3 people standing around my car when this happens, including the security guard and a person or 2 that got out to help Diego. I didn't give a fuck if I hit any of them because at this point he's punched my windshield and he's trying to hurt someone's child who's in my property, and I'm not going like that. Girl, your friend 20 years old. I drive to a blocked off part of the parking lot and call the police because I'm beyond livid at this point. Girl, why didn't you drive to the blocked off part of the parking lot when they was fighting in the street? See, let's be real, sis. Let's be real, Astro. Let's be real, Astro. You was here for the tea. You was here for the tea. You was here for the tea. Because when you moved your car the first 2 times, you could have moved it to that blocked off parking lot. You was here for the tea. Okay? You was trying to catch the fight. Okay? Let's be real. So, side note, I'm a Lyft driver, so now he's destroyed my property and fucking with my money on a Saturday night where I could have made $150 in a matter of hours. The cops come and take statements and everybody and their mama looking at my shit. Once Diego gets taken by medics, I help my friend take her stuff upstairs to her apartment just to find out her roommate saw the whole thing and heard my shit crack from the 4th floor. I'm so upset and decided to press charges because Diego has me every flavor of fucked up. I'll put a picture of my car the morning after this happened so you can see the damage and dried blood so you know it's real. You can show the pictures if you like. All important info has been blocked out. Oh, and I had to wait until Wednesday to get my windshield replaced. Damn. P.S. Please do more aesthetic videos because, bitch, you have me weak. I want to, but I just know the majority of people don't like to see them, but I will soon. But these are the pictures. The crack on the side is my iPad, okay? And not, I'm trying to angle it so y'all could see. I doubt y'all could even see this, though, because of the ring light. But her windshield is all fucked up. This isn't my phone. This is actually her windshield. Girl, I would have pressed charges on his ass too. Like, I ain't even have shit to do with the fight. And then here come you. Like, what? And then here you go with your fuckery. That's a hot ass mess. What do y'all got to say about this? So damn, Diego. Someone said no wonder Diego was getting jumped. Like, right? Like, what the fuck? Alicia, you are the worst. Talking about you glad my phone broke. I'm not glad my phone is broke. I can't do shit, and I gotta go spend money. Like, what? So was that woo child, the ghetto, right? You talking about that's barbarian behavior? Hell no. Someone said take the crack out at the store, period. Honestly, I feel like I'm just going to buy a new phone, to be honest, because I already know that because it has a crack, they're not going to let me upgrade it. So I'm just going to get a new phone, which sucks because I just bought a new case for my phone, but whatever. Eden talk about put the windshield in rice. I'm done. Let's move on to the next story. We only got 9 minutes left. Oh my God. You're a mess. This one is called Roommate Drama, Please Help. Let me know when you guys are ready. Y'all are a fool. Y'all are a fool. Austin is talking about fix it with ramen. Y'all are a mess. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Y'all are ready. Okay. Hey, Naja. I love your videos and I'm so glad I found the Voodoo Tribe. Well, we are glad that you are here, sis. My situation isn't like most email topics you receive about dating issues. Mine is more of friendship. I live with 3 girls. I moved in. Hold on. iPad issues. Damn, the iPad just froze. There it go. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, I got it. Okay, I moved in after living with family, friends didn't work. So staying with people I know isn't an option. We're all college students. We got along great until time went on and true colors and habits started to show, as always when you live with someone. One of the girls, let's call her Kay, barely cleans the apartment, does dishes only at the end of the week, and feels entitled to everything going her way as if she pays for everyone's rent. Kay wanted to bring her big pit bull to live with us. I have bad experience with pit bulls, so my anxiety got out of control when I'm around one, let alone living with one. And I wasn't willing to sacrifice my peace just to make Kay happy when she can barely even show she is responsible by keeping the apartment clean. I offered to move out, but the apartment complex had no other spots left. We got into a huge text fight after I told her why I don't want the dog and that I don't want to speak for the other roommates, so she should ask them herself. She then decided to move out to a different apartment complex so she can bring her dog with her. The other two roommates and I were super happy she's moving, but Kay has been passive aggressive towards only me over other things. Honestly, sis, I mean, shit. She moved out, it is what it is. But I feel like she should have tried to help you with your fear of dogs because, sis, I've gotten bit by dogs. I got stitches on both arms, permanently scarred for the rest of my life, and I love animals still. And I used to be afraid of dogs too. I got bit by a Great Dane. I didn't get bit by a pit, but when I was younger, pits used to scare me because they used to remind me of Great Danes for whatever reason. They don't even look the same, and they're not the same size. I don't know why, but my brother got a pit and he was sweet as hell. And I was just like, wow, like, I just thought all these dogs were, like, I feel like she should have had like a one-on-one session with you, not where the dog's just roaming around the house, but like, she has the dog by the collar, lets you come up, see how the dog reacts to you. There you go. Like, I don't know. I feel like all pits are just big ass babies too. Like, they really are. The only pits that you really see that are like vicious and lash out have been abused, like T. But anyway, she said, "Oh, girl being passive aggressive towards her now that she moved out." What old roommate doesn't if you've moved out on a bad note? So the other girl, let's call her S, told me she will back me up if I tell Kay that I don't want the dog to live with us, since she and the other roommates did not want the dog either. I thought Kay already moved out. But of course, S switched sides after Kay cried in her room when I told her no, since everyone has to agree to a pet in order to have it live in the apartment. S sent me messages trying to get me to agree on the pit bull, but I stood my ground. To this day, S still denies switching sides, even though that's pretty much what happened. I feel like S was trying to be a mediator, but I mean, shit, if that's what you view as switching sides, that's your opinion. So, just saying. But if all it takes is somebody to do like some boohoo tears just to win you over, I get it. But I don't get it. Like, because look, you could cry in front of my face. I'm not gonna, no. Anyway, so the third roommate, H, see, y'all got too many fucking bitches living in this house. The third roommate, H, is the type to avoid trouble by being your friend to your face, even if she doesn't agree with you, and then talks about you later when you're not there. So that sounds to me a lot like S. So basically, S and H are the same person, except for H talks shit. Okay. This is too much. H is best friends with K, or at least was in the past. Since now, she doesn't claim her. Won't say it to Kay's face, though. S agreed with me since week 3 living together on how Kay is spoiled and needs to grow up and contribute to the chores. S also talks hella mess about Kay and always expresses her anger on how she is not talking to Kay again until she moves out at the end of the summer. But then the next day, they are talking as if they are best friends. Recently, Kay's birthday passed, and S said she isn't even wishing Kay a happy birthday and avoided her most of the day. Later that night, S comes home from work with a birthday cupcake for Kay. Girl, you need your own apartment because this is giving me a fucking headache. Like, all this he said, she said, I'm cool with you, I'm not cool with you. At the end of the day, when you live with somebody, it's business. Like, paying bills and shit, that's business. Doing chores, that's business. I don't see why that has to like interfere with the relationship you have with somebody. Like, this is too much. What bothers me the most is how even though S hates K, K loves and respects S and is nice to her. All because she thinks S is actually nice from her heart when really it's just a front. K is always nice to H because they have been close since middle school and still thinks she is considered her best friend. Kay barely makes conversation with me, and if she does, she throws slick shade or ends the convo fast. She also disrespects me by slamming the door when she leaves, even after I ask her more than once to close it more gently. What I'm saying is she pretty much has a fuck you in your feelings type of attitude towards me since she's moving out because of me not agreeing to her dog. How would you handle this entire situation if you're too broke to get your own place in college? Am I bad for not considering S my friend after all that? When Kay moves out, I'm scared the new roommate will be just as shitty. Sorry this was extra long and all over the place. Okay, sis. Look, you're in college. Everybody has bad roommate situations. You're not in the spot to do what you really need to do and move out on your own. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I know that shit is irritating being around fake ass people that talk shit 1 second and then be happy go lucky in your face another second. But it's just like, bro, just be grateful that you have peace. Because there are some roommates that can't handle that fake shit and they will make your life a living fucking hell until the lease is up. So just be grateful for the false peace that you have. Just exactly leave, mind your business and go to class, clean your room and pick up after yourself. Do not pick up for other people. Like, bruh. Like, just be grateful that you don't have nobody dipping your toothbrush in a toilet and fucking throwing your shit out the window and fucking stealing your shit. Just be glad that the most of your problems is that y'all are having an argument on if a fucking dog should be in the house. Like, and honestly, I do feel bad for the dog. I do, because I feel like it's just being judged just because. And then you got to also think that this decision, you keep saying it has to be everybody's decision to keep the dog in the house, but it seems to me like you're the only person that doesn't want the dog in the house. I don't know if it's because I'm a dog person or an animal lover, but it's just like, it's real interesting to me how you're like, it needs to be everybody's decision to keep the dog, but you're the only person that doesn't want the dog there, and somehow you won the argument. Like, I don't know. I'm just, I don't know. Let me read what you guys have to say. Latoria said, that's why I can't live with nobody else. Right. I've been there, done that, over it. Someone said, we need new merch. The website is open. Someone said, I'm scared of animals, so I get her point. Yeah, I do. I get her point also. I just feel like that should have been like a requirement when you move in with somebody to let them know that. And so that way, when a pet is brought into the situation, it's kind of like, dude, you knew that I was not down with this. Like, what the fuck? Tylen says she's leaving already, so it is what it is. Right. Like, what do you need advice on? Like, you're over here getting anxious about who might move into the apartment, but like, honestly, you're just going to have to deal with this, sis. Just hope that just hope that she is also a passive aggressive bitch and not an aggressive bitch, because, you're having it pretty easy, honestly. Like, I would be irritated in your house too, seeing all the fakeness or whatever, but that's way less frustrating than having bitches, like I said, bad girls club style in the house. Like, right, Vivian, pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Someone said, I want to know why Diego got his ass handed to him. Right. Like, But all right, guys, that's all the tea I have for today. I have to go get my phone looked at because I don't know what's going on at all. So sis gotta get her phone looked at because I can't be going around like, I can't be going around like this. I can't be going around like this. I just can't. I need my phone. So I will see you guys tomorrow. There's going to be a video on this hair sometime this week because you guys keep asking me about it. The store is open. Okay. I just did not do like a big ass grand opening thing. But if you want something, you can get it. If you already ordered something, everything is going to go out this weekend. You're going to get your tracking number this weekend. I've just been really busy, but I do got your orders. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. If you guys want your stories read on this channel, make sure that you email me in the email in the description below. Make sure you are not emailing my business email. Make sure you are emailing my advice email. I've gotten 3 emails to my business emails and I forward them over to the advice email. But like, seriously, guys, don't put them in the business email because they will get lost in the sauce. That is for business only, okay? All right, guys, make sure you like this video if you like this segment. Sorry for the quality again. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out, everybody. Have an awesome Wednesday.